Hey friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Hip Kit Club inspiration. Super excited to be joining in on the Sketchathon YouTube hop for the Hip Kit Club. And I'm using the beautiful March kits that you see on screen now. They are just stunning. And here's my fun sketch. Really simple, really easy to play along with. You could use pattern paper for those stripes. You might just assume it is a pattern paper base, or maybe you'd like to use some mixed media for them. There's lots of options. I've kept it really simple. But here's how I made my layout using that sketch. And I'm sorry to say, it's a B-sides kind of day today. So all these gorgeous papers, I'm using all the B-sides of them. But that's okay because, maybe B-sides are my jam. I'm not sure, but definitely for this layout. So I've gone and cut 1-inch strips of the purple and pink. And I was going to do the same with the white paper with the black polka dots. But as I did the purple and the pink, I realized that was probably enough. And it might be really nice to do a border trim. So even though there isn't a border on my sketch, it doesn't matter because the sketch is there to inspire you. You don't have to follow it exactly. And, I've left it pretty, someone said to me, it's quite a simple sketch. And I said, yes, I've left it open for lots of interpretation. So chuck some things in there and make it your own, but, have the general gist of the sketch as well. So as you can see, I decided I wanted lots of texture in my layout. So I cut my cardstock down to 11 inches. I've distressed the edges and machine stitched them into place. And then while my machine was out, I had distressed also the 1-inch strips of pattern paper. And then I've stitched down the center of them as well. And I'm just going to glue them into place now. So really, really simple, nothing too tricky. And yeah, look, just messy and fun. And as I said, I wanted a bit of texture on mine. I knew I was going to use really sweet pastel color palette, and I felt it needed something to balance all that soft, so it didn't become sickly. Like it was a nice balance of sweet and yeah. So I thought that texture and dimension would look really cool. And although I'd originally planned to use that large pink chipboard frame, as soon as I saw that smaller one, the colours in that are just divine. It looks black and white, but it's actually a beautiful indigo print. And if you know me, I absolutely love indigo and it is my favourite colour. So I couldn't resist adding that frame. But then I thought about it and I went, you know what? I really still do like the pink frame. So what if I use both? Because remember, the sketch is the guide. It's not you don't have to do it a certain way. You could certainly layer lots of papers underneath or some pocket cards or, there's lots of options. But I thought the double frame would actually look really cool and I really liked how that looked. So yeah, so that's part of my plan. And then at the bottom, yeah, did you see this? We heart our subscribers. What a beautiful sentiment to put on your packaging. That just melts my heart. Thank you, Kim and Kimberly. I think that is just the loveliest touch to put on your products, is how valued our subscribers are. I think that's just proof of how genuine they are about really caring for our Hip Kit Club community. So playing with all the florals from the Hip Kit exclusives and oh, geez, these are beautiful, aren't they? They're so, so pretty. And yeah, how could you not have fun with all the florals? And I'm going to fuss with these for a while. You can see on screen I've got some of the rolled flower die cut ones as well as the actual just ephemera florals. And I really love that idea of using them. And I've made that little one there. Isn't it cute? But then when I put it down, I realize it's got so much dimension that it's taking away a little bit from the dimension in the paper that I'd created. And I wanted those paper strips to still be a feature. So even though I adore those gorgeous little rolled flowers, I'm just going to stick to the plain flat die cut ephemera ones for this layout. So I know I would have loved to have used them, but I felt it was going to steal away from my photo too much. So, and those paper strips, because they're sort of the feature for me in this page. So yeah. So working with the flat florals instead, but that's okay because I think with the colours that I'm using and the way that they're layering anyway, they don't look particularly flat. There's going to be dimension. They're going to make beautiful little clusters. And yeah, look, I think this is really lovely. It is a simple design, but you know what? It ends up being quite a busy and beautiful page. So I'm not at all fussed at this stage. I think I'm just having some fun with all the florals. Look at them. I've got all of them right now. I couldn't help myself. And then I thought, you know what if I add some chipboard stickers in as well? And my sketch has a large chipboard title as the feature. And I thought it would be really nice to use this large one. It says Live Life in Full Bloom, it, apart from the blooming flowers on the page, it actually reflects the story of the photograph as well, which, as you know, I don't tend to share a lot of my stories on the front of my page. They're more for my children in a letter on the back. But I thought that title just worked beautifully, and I'm going to run that through there just like on my sketch. So yeah, so that'll be my title piece. And then because the title in that top bit there with the script writings, and it says Live Life in Full, I love that hint of black and white, and I think it kind of cuts through all the pastel and stops it from being a little bit too sickly and sweet, and it's nice to have that balance again. So we've got the texture, and then we've got that crossing over of black and white, and I thought that would be a good thing to pick up on. So I'll also end up using the black and white chipboard sticker bow and a couple of black, they're like vine leaf pieces from the puffy stickers that you can see on the left of the screen there, those black ones there, I tuck them in as well. And just that little hint of black, and then also the black dots in the black and white spot paper that is trimming my layout, the border. It's just enough, and I think it just was a really nice use of colour, and yeah, I think it works really well. So now that I've got all those sort of ideas happening, it's time to start gluing things. And I'm just going to save, little bits of flowers, because if they're going to get covered, I may as well keep them and, save them for later. Because you can never have too many florals. Definitely not. And especially these ones are HipKit exclusive ones. I do not want to run out of these. So just gluing on some of those flowers and just sticking them through, and I'm trimming them up and look, just fussing really. And I spend a lot of time fussing. I have so much fun with my HipKits. I sit there for, I'm sure it's hours. I'm sure my family wonder what happens to me. I just disappear into my little craft room and have some quiet time. lots of fun thanks to HipKit Club. So popping in my lovely framed photograph. There we go. Now, I'm certainly not first in the hop today, so you should already by now know all the details for the video hop that we're having to celebrate International Scrapbooking Weekend. But if you don't know all the details, or you want to see who's next in the hop and all that sort of information, all the prizes, that's an important one too. I'm going to have all that information in the box for you below in the description box. So be sure to check that out at the end of my video as well, because you want to make sure that you leave a comment on each stop along the way. Even just to encourage all of us, because it's, sometimes it's a little bit discouraging when you maybe don't have a comment on your videos and things. So just to keep us inspired and help us to continue creating content too, and to be thoughtful. And it would be really lovely if you could do that for everyone in the hop today. Now you can see I'm layering some of my florals on top of other florals. And then one of the other things I end up doing later on is adding some enamel dots into those floral centers as well. So just lots of nice little details for my layout today. It's very, very pretty. It's definitely a very girly page. Very, very sweet for my sweet girl. There we go. Look at that. It's starting to come to life now. So I've got a bit of a vision for where I'm going. Of course, I do go wild with the flowers. And then look, I even end up sticking a few in extra spots, and I put some on the edges. And now I'm not sure what happened here. I'm really sorry, but my footage somewhat disappeared. And I've already gone and put those enamel dots in the centers, and I've added that chipboard sticker bow. And the finishing touch, of course, was a little bit of journaling to this side of my photograph there. And look, that's my layout today. So I hope I've inspired you to play along. I hope you've had lots of fun. There's lots of beautiful close-ups. Be sure to check out all the videos along the hop and have a wonderful time creating all your sketch layouts. Thanks so much for watching. Happy arty days. Bye.